here I am. And here we all are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a rather special / surprising cast of Heroes Lounge Patreon supporters and staff. It's a slightly unusual event. We're going to have some fun ARAM games, that sort of stuff. It's nothing too serious, so don't lose any sleep over what you're going to see. It's going to be a bit of fun for our Patreon supporters to get to play with the Heroes Lounge staff. So, a question you might ask is, what is Patreon and what does that mean? Patreon is a way that you can support Heroes Lounge on an ongoing basis by becoming a patron of Heroes Lounge and pledging money to support the operation of Heroes Lounge on a regular basis. Now, a lot of the supporters you'll see today have because they've committed they've supported Heroes Lounge on a certain level, that gives them special rewards. One of which is, if you can call it a reward, playing against the Heroes Lounge staff in some fun customs. So we're going to have some fun today. So if you're thinking about supporting Heroes Lounge, that would be a good mechanism to do it, and possibly get yourself some unique rewards. In fact, for any of you who are Patreon supporters of Heroes Lounge watching, I should mention that there will be a report going out to Patreon supporters this week about some of the activities that have been going on in Heroes Lounge, and that's a sort of regular update that our Patreon supporters get. Brief moment of tea. So, like I say, this is just a bit of fun. We're not nothing too serious. So nothing too serious, and there'll be some ARAMs to start. I think we're going to start on Lost Cavern, possibly with an actual draft. Is that right? Yes, I think it actually is. I'm just sort of setting some stuff up just now. And we'll get started in a few minutes, but it's a summary of what's going to be going on this evening. We also have some other casts going on other channels tonight, perhaps a bit later. I don't know exactly when they're starting. You can check out heroeslounge.gg/calendar. It's going to be an Epic Cup Group C match? An Epic Cup Group match. Let me not commit to a group. And so that'll be cast by Poppin and Mikey Yemek over on their channel. And of course, that's all setting up for the Heroes Lounge playoffs, which will be the Rare Cup in less than 2 weeks, in fact. And the Epic Cup on the same weekend as well, on the Sunday. And the weekend after that, we'll have the Legendary Cup and the Mythic Championship all on this channel, with full coverage of the knockout section. And hopefully we'll have, in between now and then, coverage of the group stages on a range of channels as well. So there's lots of Heroes Lounge action up and coming. Right, we're still waiting for some of these teams to get set up. I think we are actually going into a draft on Lost Cavern. Just a second while I fix that thing. Now, one of the things is, it says Patreons on the left and HL staff on the right. It's not really as simple as that. So, on the left, Larian, Norak, and Beanfish are Patreon supporters, and on the right, Mixin and Diffin are Patreon supporters as well. So, everyone's actually mixed up here. I guess to make ranks as fair as possible, or something like that. Who knows? I've got no idea of the format, so I'm just as clued in as you, but we'll see what happens as Cassia gets banned out there early on. So, and some of the staff you can see here will talk you through as the draft and the games go on. But Sergeant Hater there has been is a moderator and has been crucial in setting up some of this Patreon stuff. I have to just check the door. Oh, what have I broken? Anyway, I'm back. Welcome back, everyone. No, Aviator. I don't know if you sent that chat message in Aviator before I gave the explanation. But basically, they're mixed up teams. It says Patreons and HL staff at the top, but actually everything's kind of mixed up, and they're all mingled together. It's not actually. Let's give them names. We're gonna make up names, right? Chat's gonna make up a name, right? I tell you what, I'm gonna make up a name, and then the chat can overrule it. So, is this gonna be too big? That's way too big. And then we're gonna say. Mixer and Diffim's Reds. Actually, let's you know what, Sergeant Hater's staff, so we'll kick him out of the team name. And we'll call it Larian's Blues. There we go. Not even slightly overextended. Right, the draft. We're gonna do some careful some careful analysis of the draft, because obviously it's very important. We've got an Abathur here on the single lane map, could be crucial, but it's been augmented with transparent, well, what will we call Transtreus Cho'Gall. And on the opposing team though, they've got Imperius, played by Sergeant Hater, perhaps a more normal pick, and Probius, picked up by Beanfish. I've no idea how they're drafting this, if they've got some weird format going on behind the scenes where they're drafting for each other, or who knows. Place bets in the chat. Oh, we could do that. We can actually have some betting. That'll liven things up for fun. Once I actually load that up, a Deckard gets picked up there for Larian's Blues. So yeah, Deckard gets picked up and he gets Grain in there by Larian, the team namesake himself. Larian's actually been with this team now for well over 4 minutes, so you know they're really forming a bond together, and they really know how each other play, and they can really react to each other's instincts, and they're really in tune. And Zeratul for Samu rounding off the draft. So there's a lot of chat support for the staff here, but I feel like the Patreons also need some support. Let's go back to my face, well, instead of looking at the loading screen. What was I going to do? We're going to run a contest. What is the contest going to be? I've totally forgotten what the draft was, so it's not going to be based on that. That's for sure. I think we're going to say... Right, we're going to run a contest, and the contest is going to be which team's going to take the first fort. Ah! Oh, I've got to hurry up with this. No, we're not going to do this because the game's actually starting. We'll do a contest next game, sorry. Sorry, comrades. Or will we? Right. You got 3 minutes to bet. Who knows if that's even happened? And we're going to go into the game number 1 between Larian and Mixon and Diffim's Reds. So it's Treus on Cho'Gall here, stepping up, trying to get a bit of damage out onto the enemy team. 14 seconds in, and you can see that Sergeant Hater's already taken a pounding here, and the minus healing grenade. Just making sure he has to retreat to a safe distance. Bear in mind there is no Hearthstone here on Lost Cavern. His left or our left? Oh, Shadow's asking about my face. Okay, that's good. Well, now my face has disappeared, so that contest is over. And you will never know which way around my face is oriented, whether the camera's flipped or anything like that. Those are just some of the secrets that I will take with me to the grave. So Cho'Gall stepping up and taking a fair chunk of damage. The thing is, Ana, played by Diffham there, just sitting back fighting limitless heals. Although having said that, Cho'Gall's falling a bit low, but Samu plays on the Zeratul can be punished for his audacity in thinking he could challenge the mighty beast of Treus. Out comes Treus' big balls, putting a bit of pressure onto Probius. Gotta sit back. Skewer comes in from Sergeant Hater to zone away from the Beanfish. Penelope on the Chromie using a bit of fog. So you get fog here on Lost Cavern, which I totally knew because I'm an expert caster. And so a bit of fog here being used by the Reds, getting themselves some of that stealth value. The Samu plays, goes and flirts with Treus, gets a bit of damage in there, but I think Cho'Gall's a mighty beast. He's going to put out more damage than you, Samu plays, as you have to sit back. I was going to tell you some about some of these staff and what it is they do, but here's a time trap from Chromie as it hits onto Larian. 200 HP he falls down to, but he'll get away for now. And Deckard's potions are actually pretty solid sustained heals, although I suspect they might have a touch of a lag in this game. I don't know from where that is coming. Right, so what was I saying about the staff? Well, as Sergeant Hater is the first of all, we would gave him a brief introduction earlier on. You can see, so Penelope here, EU League Manager, no, EU season admin or competition manager or something. I should probably know. One of the big wigs, let's say, season admin for EU Heroes Lounge, providing and also crucial in organising the Heroes Lounge draw show, which, by the way, you can still see on our YouTube channel, I think /hope. And I'm sure if I'm wrong, then Poppin, who had better be in the chat, will tell me. Poppin isn't in the chat because he's casting, so go and check the YouTube channel and you'll find out if it's that. I'm pretty confident that it is, as Treus steps up here. Damage comes out. Oh, the big snipe here from Penelope catches onto Probius. Cho'Gall walks in here, wants to put a bit more pressure onto Greymane, who has to sit back. 40 HP, but the potions are limitless, even though they are, of course, not bottomless flask yet, because that's coming in at level 20. But now it's a full level lead here for the Reds. But has Treus overstepped? No, because, of course, Ana plus Abathur equals plenty of healing for the two-headed monstrosity. Sergeant Hater goes in with a skewer, doesn't quite reach onto Penelope there, who sits back. Buff Protoss, please, says the chat. Wanting the Probius to get more value. And wow, that's a huge sleep from Ana. Catches onto two members. Samu does blink out of there. And has Cho'Gall overstepped? No, because here comes the Ana heal and the Abba shield. And bang, Cho'Gall is surviving. Well, I've spoken too soon, because he does get finished off by the probe himself. Nerf Protoss, please, is what you should have said in the chat there, Shadow Writer. Big money here from the Blues. They've got themselves back into the game after a rocky early start. Oh, the skewer not quite catching onto Mixin Slug there, and here comes the time trap from Chromie. Might start to punish. Sergeant Hater gets out by the grenade and will slowly top up on those potions and globes. Potions and globes. Cho'Gall goes in, takes a spear through his heart, but he doesn't care. Just doesn't care. I feel like spears through the heart should do slightly more damage, but look at that sneak from Samu. Finds out the slug over here, punishes the Abathur, and yet the red team are still in the lead and get themselves another kill. This time onto Probius. If we have a look at those statistics so far, you'll see Zeratul's died 3 times. Probius twice. Now, Cho'Gall wants to fight here. He's got the 10. The nano boost has been administered. Does he have the rig? He hasn't actually picked a level 10 talent yet, Cho'Gall. Neither of them, in fact. Neither Cho nor Gall. Neither Transparent nor Astraeus. Mixin clones the Cho'Gall. Well, or rather the Cho, because of course the Gall can't really be utilised. Oh, lovely skewer from Imperius actually, maybe punishing both the Cho'Galls. The Cho's Gall, as they are known in France. And Cho'Gall starts running away here, gets a nice CC, but turns on the Twisting Nether. Rakes in the Deckard. Oh, Norak surely fiercely out of position here. Nice sleep, but Gall can't be silenced. So Gall's still going to be putting out damage even while the sleep is active onto Cho. And I feel like if you were an ogre, you know, if you were somebody's second head, it'd be sort of quite annoying if you couldn't sleep while they were like asleep, because you just sort of be stuck there in bed all night. Abathur again gets picked off. Samu doesn't like Abathur apparently, and he's going to go and make it his mission to kill the slug all day long. Here are some talents, if anybody cares about talents. And you can see that the temporal loop from Chromie has been a factor. Oh, lovely rake again onto Deckard Cain, brings him in, and there's no sleep available this time. Deckard getting temporal loop though, boom! But is there a counter kill onto the Cho'Galls? Yes, there is. So it's 2 for Tuesdays so far. Imperius throws out a volley, tries to threaten the Ana, who has to sit back for now. I thought that was quite a nice engage there, quite a nice response. No, but Shadow, no, you misunderstood. You wouldn't be able to sleep. That's the point. Is Gall can't sleep. So Gall is an insomniac, but is still stuck in bed. You know, everyone likes going to bed when they can sleep there for 10 hours. But when you're there and you can't sleep and you're up all night, it's sort of quite frustrating. And that's how Gall feels all the time against this Deckard. Cho'Gall goes in, bang, fist to the face on the probe. Greymane throws out the cursed bullet. Does half of Cho'Gall's damage, Cho'Gall's health, but just not enough. There's a cheeky bit of lag going on here, which I'm going to try and sort out, hopefully, with a bit of random closing of windows. Still, Cho'Gall steps up. Again, the flirting with Imperius, that's quite a lot of lag in fact, and that is not good. And I will investigate whether that's me or whether that's the game. But anyway, in the meantime, Deckard Cain does get killed here. Samu comes in, wants to finish off the Chromie, but she sensibly steps in the ice block. Well played from Penelope. I think Penelope is a known Chromie player, so it's slightly unfair because she's playing on a hero she is known to be dominant on already. As Imperius gets taken down by the snipes of the Grandmother Ana. Fake Chromie though, going to put out some damage, try and pick onto Greymane. Larian, have you stayed too long? Yes, pound comes out from Cho and secures the kill. Not Gall there getting the kill. So, they're going to push on to onto the towers, put pressure onto that. Oh, the rake doesn't catch onto Deckard. So far, Transparent, Traeus, I should say, have been trying to rake in the Deckard and punish him every time, but it's not always actually working. Samu goes in, blinks punch onto Ana. There's no one there really to peel for Ana when she gets an Imperius, a Zeratul, and a Greymane diving onto her. So that could be a tough situation. But the thing is, Sergeant Hater is just going to get punished by the relentless force that is Cho'Gall in Brawl. They're going to push up now. They maybe look to take the first fort of this game between Heroes Lounge, Patreons, and staff, where the teams are well and truly mixed in, if you will forgive the pun. So, Probius gets sniped there by Chromie. Another kill in favour of the Reds here, Mixin and Diffim's Reds, who are currently on 18 kills to 7. Well and truly ahead in the XP as well, 2 levels up. And they are starting to look quite dominant. But Samu really ruining Abathur's life. Now, can he just hide in the stealth? No, Cho'Gall knows he's coming hunting. Lovely dodge from Samu. Dodges the rake. The sleep comes out from Ana. Samu sidesteps the ball. He's hiding in the corner, trying to play. But Cho'Gall having none of it. Meanwhile, back in the lane, the Blues have been stepping up, putting a bit of pressure, trying to just wheedle that wave back towards the fort. From there, they can maybe do some damage. Sergeant Hater. That's a nice sleep onto Cho'Gall. Again, Gall cannot sleep. Full Insomniac Gall. Partly because he's only got one eye. Traeus puts out a full volley onto Cho'Gall, who is nano boosted, so might be able to top himself up nicely. In comes the rake. Doesn't catch onto anyone. Oh, but Penelope on the side just doing work. Secures the kill onto Deckard. Traeus goes in. Catches onto Larian, but in comes the stun from Imperius. Now there's a real problem for Cho'Gall, but Greymane gets sniped off by Penelope, who's just doing free work while Cho'Gall creates a distraction. So Sergeant Hater skewers her, wants to punish. Samu comes in from the side, secures the kill. Sergeant Hater thought he could get away there from Diffim, but Diffim was like, no, I'm going to secure that kill as well. So, now Cho'Gall can step up. No, maybe not, because Samu is there threatening the Ana. In comes the gate from Probius, trying to threaten onto both Ana and Cho'Gall. Samu's got to be careful, though. Doesn't have any healer around for a second. The potions are being put there, but Samu has to run away from them because Cho'Gall was guarding the potions with his humongous body. Beanfish on the Probius. Runs away to safety for now. Picks up the globe. Has the gate available in 2 seconds. Could use that for some engage on the Ana once the clone's ended. Beanfish though, gotta be careful, can't take that Cho'Gall damage. In comes the bouncing bomb. Beanfish steps back, 200 HP. Samu and Greymane go in, looking for Diffim, secure the kill. Well played to Larian and Samu. Now the cursed bullet comes out onto Cho'Gall, gets nano boosted. The sleep has not been interrupted. Does hit onto Chromie, but again doesn't put that Gall to sleep, who just kills Deckard. Absolutely stone cold dead. Chromie and Ana both dead though, so it's 2 for 1 so far. In comes the Rake, pulls 2 into the fort, hides in the molten block. Sergeant Hater though has his shield, has his volley available, might try to go for this kill on the Cho'Gall. In comes Greymane trying to finish the job, and it's going to be a kill, counter kill, and they've suddenly massively caught up on the experience. Is level 20 for both teams now. Absolutely huge turnaround from Larian's Blues, who looked so far behind in this early game, but now they've managed to turn it into something really special. Cho'Gall, with the level 20 Will of Cho, does give that permanent armor upgrade, but I don't think many takedowns have been taken since level 20, so the armor was not so high. Now in comes Greymane looking for more with the Zeratul, and the Imperius secures the kill onto Ana. However, Imperius might get punished in response here. Yeah, absolutely, because Deckard was not there in time to support the Imperius through that volley that came out from Penelope's Chromie here. Now they're a fort up. I mean, amazing scenes here from Larian's Blues, who, I have to say, we're looking... Oh, the rake onto Norak again. Sorry to interrupt myself here. Atreus goes in with the Twisting Nether, catches onto 2. Deckard's still alive, though. Greymane's still alive, too. The grenade comes out. Maybe reduces a bit of healing onto Greymane. He will step out for now. Not the grenade, sorry. I don't know. I think the minus healing was from Cho'Gall, actually. But now they're going to chase the Samu. He can't hide in this corner forever. And X marks the spot where Samu has been slain. Cho'Gall gets slowed by Deckard and the Probius gate now, but he wants to chase onto Beanfish, who's down to 400 HP. Atreus throws out some damage, but in comes the cursed bullet. Mortar block to hide from the ensuing damage, but Imperius coming in. Is the skewer available? Doesn't need it. Cho'Gall has already fallen, and this could be the moment when the Blues start to chase, looking for Chromie, but she's been nano boosted. Gonna start recalling Probius. I don't think Probius can survive that. Yes, he can. Beautiful play there from Probius. Didn't take too much damage from Penelope even during the recall, even with that piercing on level 18 that Chromie has. Now the skewer comes onto Ana. Diffim steps back with the help of that Aberhab, but the keep is going down to Beanfish and Larian. So it's 4 versus 3 situation, 5 versus 3 once Samu gets here. 4 versus 3 until then. Of course, Cho'Gall are respawning in 3 seconds. Imperius falls down to half HP, but there's so many potions on the deck. Diffim gets driven back into the fountain. Larian tries to step up. The rake doesn't quite catch onto anyone. The Twisting Nether, though, does catch onto Sergeant Hater, who's falling pretty low. Not so low that he's going to die, though, maybe just yet. In comes the smacking from Cho'Gall. Tries to finish the job. Gall with the damage. Finishes that off. But in the meantime, Samu's running amok in the backline. Catches onto Ana and Chromie. Ana's still alive, but Chromie isn't. So Samu needs to get punished here by the Cho'Gall. Doesn't have any ultimates available, but Samu's falling pretty low. In comes the rake! Absolutely huge! Catches onto 4. Ilarian's going to be next to fall after the Samu already fell. Yes, Cho's going to sleep, but Gall doesn't mind, like I keep saying. Beanfish gets pushed in the corner. In comes the Twisting Nether. Boom! Secures yet another kill. It's a 5-man team wipe on Atreus respawn. The question is, how much can Mixon and Diffim's Reds secure with that lovely, lovely play there that they got themselves 5 kills with? Because the fake Cho'Gall, the faux Gall, as you might call it, hashtag faux Gall, will be putting a bit of pressure on this fort, but no one's there to support him. Now the illusion has faded. I don't know I mean, yes, they'll probably get this fort, but there'll still be a keep down, and still 40% down on their core health. Tries to get the rake onto Imperius before his teammates arrive, doesn't quite catch it, so Sergeant Hate is still alive, pops his shield, has the volley available to fire onto Anna, doesn't quite catch. I think the minions might have blocked it. Sergeant Hate just steps back, uses the globes to keep himself healthy for now. In comes the recall from Chromie onto Deckard Cain, but Deckard Cain's still well and truly alive. Samu gets the kill onto Anna, but blinks into mines and dies. So now, it's a 4v4 situation. No healer for the Reds, but no Zeratul causing a nuisance for Chromie on the blue side. The duplicate is available in 25 seconds. That's quite a long time in the ring as Cho'Gall goes in, throws the Twisting Nether and the Rake onto Sergeant Hater. Sergeant Hater walks out, but Deckard's still here getting pounded. But look how healthy, look how tanky Deckard Cain is. He's just tanking the Cho'Gall by running around in a circle with that 10 armor from having his teammates nearby and the potions as well. Now Cho'Gall gets pushed into that gate from Probius. Yes, he might get the kill on Greymane. No, he doesn't in fact. Lorien gets away on 140 HP and Cho'Gall can't run away because the gate from Probius has been shut in his face. Now, Greymane comes in confidently with only 1000 HP. I sort of think maybe Cho'Gall could have just one-shot him there, and eventually he does fall with the help of that Anna. Now Beamfish has overstayed his welcome, surely, as the Temporal Loop finishes the job on Probius. Yes, it just does about, but in comes the sleep from Deckard onto two members of the backline. Nano boost administered onto Cho'Gall, rakes in nobody, but it doesn't matter because Deckard Cain's already dead. Sergeant Hate just skewers in, minus 35% healing, down he goes as well. So it's 4 kills for 0 in that little skirmish there. And again, they've won another beautiful fight here on the side of Mixon and Diffim's Reds, and they've got to get themselves some structural value now. It's only 5 more seconds till Greymane's alive, only 10 until Probius, only 25 until Imperius, so they have to get something done as fast as possible. And I think this gate might not be the highest priority. I'm not an ARAM expert, but they need to do something a bit more exotic in this kind of situation maybe. Rake from Cho'Gall missed. Throws out some damage. Doesn't catch onto Probius, but Greymane could be the target here. Twisting Nether on top of the Temporal Loop. Boom! Greymane is not actually dead. Abathur has in fact been sniped by Samu Plays, who has been hunting for that Abathur all game. Norak's going to die though, the Deckard Cain. Samu comes in. Chromie hides in the ice block. Betrayus falling so low on the Cho'Gall. Hides in the molten block, but that leaves Samu free to clean up the Anna. And that means there's no healer available here for Cho'Gall, and he's gonna fall. Huge plays from Samu to secure the Abathur kill and make the Reds panic. And now Penelope's stuck in the gate. That's going to last a long time. It's a lot of slows with Chromie's death staggered. With this core on 60%, this could be game. How's Cho's quest doing? Asks the chat. The ball's at level 4, 26 out of 40. Cho's quest though is the fuel for the flame. That's on 172 stacks. I don't know what that translates into damage. Somebody tell me, but that's going to be game anyway. It's going to be GG, well played, to Larian's Blues. Yeah, I mean, report Sammy for Abahate is being said in the chat. I think I agree. Abathur just got hunted all game by Samu, ruining his life. By the way, Abathur ended the game on 5 deaths. So, still less than any member, in fact if we have a look, still less than any member of Larian's Blues. But, you know, definitely a sizable amount nonetheless for an Abathur. And the same as Cho'Gall in fact. So that shows you how Samu has been targeting some of that. Still, it was a fairly back and forth game, I'd have to say. I mean, what was that Cho'Gall build? Asks Transparent in the chat. I don't know, Transparent. What was that Cho'Gall build? Lord knows we can't look at it because ARAM does not tell you the talents at the end of the game. Oh yeah, because I gave the points. I've actually forgotten who took the first fight. It was Blue who took the first fault, wasn't it? Wait, have I got that right? Definitely was. Let me go and fix that. I'm working on it. I'll get you your points back. I mean, I'll get your points distributed. – Well, anyway, all that fun aside, we're going to go for game 2 to Silver City, which is yet another all random, all mid map. I don't think we're going to have a draft for this one. I think it's just going to be actually all random, all mid. Who knows? Who knows what the format is? We will find out shortly. I believe the teams have been mixed up slightly. Have they? Have I imagined that? Who knows? Well, we'll find out, of course, when we get into draft or whatever. But so I think for now we can keep. They have been mixed up because Mixin was definitely red last time because the name was Mixin Diffham's Reds, as you can partially not see on the top of the screen. So let's rename that. But now I probably shouldn't call it Mixin Diffham's Reds because Mixin's not there anymore. No! They've moved the line the back anyway. The confusion in these teams swapping around. I've got no idea what's going on in the teams, but so welcome to anyone who just joined. You're watching a sort of special stream of the Heroes Lounge Patreon supporters and staff playing together in some what might be called chaotic shenanigans. Oh, is it really staff versus... Okay, now it's really going to be staff versus Patreon. Cool. We're actually going to have, yeah, staff versus Patreons. That makes the team names a lot easier. But I still think I should invent team names for them. Let's see. Well, no, we're not going to see because they're going to pick. I think that's fine. we'll have a look at what the draft is presently and see how that works out. I should probably click ready. So it's going to be an ARAM game, this one. So they'll get, you know, a choice of 3 heroes, and they can each pick one, and we will see how that works out for them. So it's going to be full staff versus full Patreons. I mean, we could do an ordinary contest, but I'm not. But I think you should tell me in the chat who you think will win, staff or Patreons. So on the staff team, it'll be Sergeant Hater, Sammy Plays, Astraeus, Transparent, and Penelope. And on the Patreon team, it will be Mixin, Diffham. I've got to remember this. Norak, Lorian. Who have I missed? I'll tell you in a second. Maybe it is level 35 Go Core versus Crowd Pleasers. Have you thought about that? You're right, though. I'll remove the logos. Right, let's get in. Let's get into the actual... Sorry, here we go. Let's take a look at the draft. So, on the left, in blue, we have the staff with Penelope, Season Admin on Mephisto, Astraeus, Chief Tech board member on Valor. We have Sergeant Hater, who's a mod and organizer of the Patreon events on Gazlo, giving them the clamps. Samu plays the stream manager, casting manager I should say, on Zeratul, and Transparent, the EU competition manager on Lieutenant Morales. And in the red corner we have the Patreon supporters, Larian on the Mal'Ganis, Beanfish on Imperius, Mixin on Tassadar, Norak on Azmodan, and Diffim on the Anna. So let's run a competition about when Azmodan will stack. But first, let's watch some of this action unfold while I set up that competition. So I think the question is, will Azmodan stack to 400 before minute... Actually, or before... Let's say before 13 minutes in. Because I think it's quite an easy map to stack on. Let's say 14 minutes. Let's say 14 minutes. And you've got 4 minutes. You've got 5 minutes to bet on that. Okay, and you go. So you bet on how quickly Azmodan's gonna stack. So I'll have to keep an eye on that, which is of course fun. Anyway, what were we saying? We're actually in the game here, as so far there's been 2 kills to 1 in favour of the Patreons. Now Mal'Ganis steps up a little bit there. Larian playing the Mal'Ganis, long-time supporter of Heroes Lounge, and very involved in the past as well. Now in comes this Mephisto damage from Penelope, and she is a mage main, so this is not completely random for her. So doing some work. I think these players are actually taking it fairly seriously, and you can see they're doing their best to actually play as seriously as you can in ARAM. Although Astreus getting caught here by Imperius. No, he's not. Lovely sidestep from Astreus. Gets himself away. Given the epicness of the tiebreaker between level 35 Gokor and Crowd Places, that was an epic tiebreaker. Still available on twitch.tv/HodsKaris' videos. As Mephisto goes in, does a fair chunk of damage onto Beanfish, but Beanfish surely going to pay the price here. Does, but then the dunk from Azmodan secures the kill onto Morales as well. So 1 apiece there, traded. Of course, that leaves no healer on the blue side, on the staff side that is, as Norak throws out some damage. By the way, it is an auto-attack build on the Azmodan, which should stack very nicely against... in an ARAM, because you can just sort of always be auto-attacking people who are fairly low. Lovely dunk comes in from Azmodan, doesn't quite catch into Samu plays, which I think is what Norak was looking for. In comes the Tassadar damage to the side, just trying to zone out Penelope when she comes in with that shade, and just make sure she takes a bit of punishment every time she tries it. In comes the Azmodan ball, catches onto 3 members, and in fact Astreus falling so low, but the Mephisto damage is going to zone off Imperius from chasing any harder. And Valor will get away, in fact. So both teams getting away with their lives there, both the staff and the Patreons. No tap available for Larian just yet, so he's got to sit there and take those Anna heals for as long as he can. But his teammates did get some tap available. Beanfish taking a fair chunk of damage to the shade again of Penelope. Steps up though nonetheless with the help of that Diffim healing. But Anna is actually falling low on mana. Will that be a factor here? The wall comes in from Tassadar, allows Mal'Ganis to sleep onto Valor, but there was so much damage coming out, Valor was woken up pretty quickly and gets away. Grenade comes in from Morales. We didn't take a look. Is it grenade build? It's not full grenade build, but it's some grenade talents, including at level 4. Swipes come in from Mal'Ganis, hits onto Valor. In comes the skewer from Imperius as well, catches onto Valor and secures the kill. So they're 4 kills for 2 now in favour of the Patreons, but Samu with that signature Zeratul again doing work at the back line. But will he be punished by Imperius? Can't dodge forever, and Beanfish secures the counter kill. But definitely that's something they've got to be scared of on the red side, is that Samu Zeratul, which was so impactful in fact in game number 1, and has already secured some work for the staff in game number 2. 4 minutes and a half, and Azmodan's rocking at 82 stacks currently. In comes more damage onto Penelope. The wall! The door's been shut here! The door's been shut by Nixon. And that secures yet another kill. So now 4 kills in the lead. The Patreons, they're showing the dominance here. Gazlowe steps up, starts to put down some turrets, wants to get that Clockwork Steam Fist stacked up. Mixin hiding in the bush with the help of that fog. Stationary, has the wall available. Does Transparent know? Nestor's in here, hide in the bush. They'll never suspect a thing. I think Transparent doesn't know because he ran straight past. And oh, I think Mixin saw him stealthing as well. In comes the Archon because they got that level 10. Pops the Archon. And here comes the damage onto Samu as well from Mal'Ganis and Imperius. They secure the kill. Stun comes out. Penelope tries to sit back, but the Shade's not taking her far enough back, and the door's been shut by Mixin's Tassadar again. And Penelope gets picked off as well. So right now, with this kind of lead in terms of the Patreons, the staff are kind of depending on Gazlowe to secure a huge, huge grabber bomb. Sergeant Hater has a lot of weight resting on his shoulders here to try to salvage his game, if you will excuse the pun. But he also wants to be stacking his Steam Fists. Only 210 so far. Mal'Ganis sleeps, slips back. Nobody's actually bet on the contest yet, which I think is about to close. Yeah, about to close. So that's unfortunate. Endurance of Hate crunches onto Mal'Ganis. Steps out to safety. Mixin throws out a volley of damage. Grenade knocks Ana into a little bit of difficulty, and Ana's pretty low health right now. Sorry, pretty low mana, I should say. Full health, but low mana. Grab bomb comes, doesn't hit onto Azmodan. Slightly too late to catch onto the large six-legged lad. Azmodan thinking of turning around. There's no way he's going to survive that damage from Vala and Zeratul. Morales hides in the helicopter, goes to the chopper, and gets out of there fairly safely. So a nice little escape from Transparent to get Astraeus out of there as well. Gazlowe running out of mana though, and again not really able to stack his Clockwork Steam Fist. Tassadar gets punished though by what looked like the minions with the help of Penelope. Take a look at the damage numbers so far. You'll see that Vala's doing absolutely tons of work, but not quite as much in fact as Penelope's Mephisto. But there's a lot of damage coming out from the blue team, and yet it's the red team who's leading in kills, although that's starting to turn around now, as we can see Mal'Ganis and Imperius both getting picked off there by Morales of all people. Samu and Astraeus try to hide at the corner, but the Oracle comes out from Tassadar, lets them know what's up. Taunt from Transparent on the Morales, being a little bit cheeky, wants to be confident as a ranged assassin Morales player, by the looks of things, with that grenade value. And up steps Morales again, getting some of those auto attacks out. Confidence here from Morales, and baiting perhaps for Penelope to go in and do the Durance, but it looked like it got interrupted and put on short cooldown. Out comes Azmodan's Ball, tries to get some damage onto Morales as he escapes. Throws out a grenade again, doesn't catch onto anyone this time. In comes the Durance this time, not interrupted, does hit onto the Archon Tassadar. In comes the grab bomb to finish the job. No bomb was there to follow up. Sergeant Hater not quite executing that grabber bomb combination perfectly. Does walk away though with the help of that safeguard from Morales. And in comes the sleep from Mal'Ganis onto Vala, onto Zeratul, puts a bit of damage there. Beanfish skewers in, tries to catch with his kidnap combination, but goes in with a skewer, catches onto 3, but doesn't get a kill to follow, and does eventually die. Team step up once more. Mal'Ganis has to use the Night Rush to get away. Tassadar Wall, there's only a moment of calm here for the two teams, but you can see already that the staff have done a bit of catch up because they were so far behind in kills early on. Now they're only 1 kill down. Penelope throws out some damage using the Shade. Samu wants to hold this point, but Zeratul is not the best at standing still on the point. In comes the Imperius skewer onto Morales. Morales has been pretty healthy so far. Get up the chopper. Can they all pile in? They can. Nobody's taken down the chopper, and they all rush out to safety here. Samu's pretty low, but so's Morales. They'll heal each other up pretty safely. Mal'Ganis comes in. Swipes don't connect. Night Rush interrupted there, I think, by the grenade of Morales, but it wasn't interrupted. Level 16 is now first picked up by the staff. Solid play from the staff here. They're turning this around. Azmodan currently at 177 stacks. Once those 200 stacks are in, I'm slightly surprised. Oh yeah, it is full basic stacks, by the way. I was about to say I'm surprised it's not full basic stacks. It is. So yeah, it's a fairly ordinary build. I'm surprised that there's not more stacks though. But I guess the way fights have been going, obviously Samu's very slippery, so is Mephisto, comes in and out, and that means it's harder for Azmodan to stack on. Norak throws out the ball onto Astraeus, but he's big and lumbering and he will go down. His 6 legs collapsing underneath him. The kill lead has been taken now by the staff for the first time in this game number 2. The staff pushing forwards now. They've already taken 2 towers, with no towers taken on the opposite side, and they want to start pressuring the forwards. VP used from Samu to achieve something I'm not really sure of. In comes the Durance of Fate onto Imperius. Grav Bomb is potentially not available. Yeah, it's not available just yet. Sergeant Hate is just standing at the side trying to laser. Helicopter used by Morales. Can they get inside? Yes, they can! Well played from Transparent to fly, get Penelope to safety. And they will survive and dodge the Azmodan ball very nicely indeed. 11 kills to 10, but Morales eventually falls, making it 11-11. 12-11, 12-12. Lovely back and forth play from both of these teams here. Dunk comes out from Azmodan, chips down Penelope a little bit more. Imperius skewers onto Gazlowe, who's trying to get away. Doesn't quite manage it. So in the battle of the stacking, the Steam Fists versus the Azmodan. Azmodan's past the 200 mark now, which means he will get that bonus to upgrade to his Azmodan. To his auto attack, sorry. And will do a lot more damage on those auto attacks already. Diffim taking pressure from the Zeratul. There's nothing much Azmodan can do except maybe do a laser on Zeratul, but Zeratul will get away for now. So again, very tense stuff here. Both teams very close. Both teams have taken the front towers, except for this one being very low. 130 HP. Oh, Mixin, you will get picked off. So, immediately after the Mixin Cestar gets picked off, it seems like the Patreons still want to fight. 4v5. Doesn't matter to them. Sergeant Hater was stacking. In comes a huge Durance though. Valor though has been picked off already. Azmodan has been nanoed. Maybe the laser can do some serious work onto Samu here with that nano. Oh ho ho ho! The grab bomb is there on the end of the VP, but I think the VP was maybe not quite cancelled swiftly enough. And so Azmodan was not stunned. Diffin was not either, but Samu's fully healed right now. Samu very healthy and gets in the helicopter as well. Mal'Ganis waiting on the end of it, but catches the sleep onto Sergeant Hater. In comes the dunk. Doesn't quite finish the job on Morales. Larian got to start getting back here. Very exposed. The grenade! The grenade! The grenade from Transparent brings Mal'Ganis back into trouble. And of course, Zeratul is all over Ana once again. So it's 2 more kills in favour of the staff, who are now 1 kill in the lead in this incredibly close Silver City game. Archon popped by Mixin. Is it Twilight Archon? Yes it is. That's going to last forever. But nothing lasts forever, even cold November rain, and Mixin could die here, and that would lose the Archon. Samu steps up, puts a bit of damage onto the 2. But right now, they're not interested in getting the damage. Oh, the combination onto Beanfish, hiding in the wave, wants to avoid Samu clicking on him, but eventually falls. Samu's done serious work there, going in to secure that with the help of Penelope's damage. And it's going to be 3 kills there in favour of the staff, who are starting to take the lead here. The medevac's been called. Where are they going? I don't really understand. Just follow them on their flight. Over here. With the protection! That's why they did it! With the grab bomb to follow onto Mal'Ganis. They've got the protection upgrade for the medevac, and Mal'Ganis is secured. And that's going to be 4 kills now. 4 deaths for the enemy team. And the Patreons. Durance doesn't hit onto Ana. And they did a little bit of damage onto that keep. But a lovely play there from Transparent's medevac, using that level 20 upgrade after exiting the medevac. Allies are protected from all damage for 2 seconds, and immediately they drop the grab bomb on top and secure themselves that Mal'Ganis kill, and now a keep as well. Skewer from Imperius. Doesn't have a Mal'Ganis tank with him, but the grab bomb's not up just yet. Now, I think Galaxy could probably get this guy's grab bomb back up if he sacrifices some turrets for it, but of course, he's still trying to stack that Steam Fists, which is only a 369 out of 600, and Imperius has fallen. 273 stacks for Azmodan so far, so not stacked by the 14-minute mark. I don't know if anybody bet on that either way, but Samu does eventually get picked off here. Tassadar throws out the damage onto Penelope, falling pretty low. The Durance though! Lovely sidestep here from Mixon. Great play there. Now, the medevac is available, and they will use it to go to safety. A moment of calm. Both of the teams. Mal'Ganis steps up. Puts a bit of pressure onto Morales. Double sleep here. Gazlo's very exposed to a lot of damage from that Archon. Throws the grab bomb to zone. Nano boost Tassadar. Boom! One shots the Gazla. Stun comes out. Doesn't finish the job. And Mal'Ganis is alive. For now. 5v4 as Mephisto has just respawned. The Archon is still very well and truly alive because of that Twilight Archon. Larian tries to night rush in. Walks away, but the kidnap comes out from Imperius. Vala very exposed here, but in comes the heals from Transparent. Can they keep Vala alive? Yes they can. Samu dodges, sidesteps a lot of damage there, still alive, but falling lower and lower, and Imperius secures the kill. 1 kill apiece there in that little exchange. 21 kills to 18 in favour of the staff. Twilight Archon, by the way, still pushing, still very healthy, still on big duration. And Imperius slightly oversteps, gets finished off by Astraeus' Vala. The medevac's been called. Are they going straight for the keep here? 5 seconds, here they go. But there isn't a keep, so where are they going? They're going for the core. Can they do it in time? Azmodan's running. Azmodan's here. Nano, can he one-shot this Morales? Probably not. Hits onto Mephisto instead. Dashes in using that dash. Gets rooted by the Durance of Hate though. Takes a fair chunk of damage, but wants to finish off this Morales. In comes the Mal'Ganis trying to secure the kill on Morales. Does secure it. Meanwhile, the core's not really taking much damage because Gazlo came back to try to defend the Morales rather than going towards the core. Trying to finish the job. Nice grab bomb though as he dies onto Larian. Doesn't have the bomb to follow though. And Mal'Ganis is therefore not stunned and continues to do some damage and secure the kill onto Mephisto. And they've just got 4 kills in a row, and this could be the moment that the game completely turns around in favour of the Patreons. What the question is, what can the Patreons do in the remaining 30 seconds? Samu though, Samu hiding in the bush. He wants to find anybody out of position, but especially Ana. Waiting here, waiting patiently. He might get settled for the Azmodan, and the problem is Azmodan's got 6,300 HP. Samu says no, I'm going to do a camp. Calmly, patiently, knowing that his teammates are dead, he will do the camp. And over on the left side of the map, the Patreons are pushing in, want to put pressure onto the keep. But they can't really now because the wave's been cut by Samu and his camp. And everyone on the blue team has respawned. The staff are all alive. Nano boost is available. Been administered onto Azmodan. Now, what can Azmodan do with this? The VP used, but that will not affect. Like the duration will still be up for the. Okay, the duration will still be up for the nano boost, but it doesn't matter because they've been absolutely melted by the ensuing damage that came out from Mephisto and Zeratul. Now Sergeant Hater just trying to flirt with Imperius. Imperius might be able to get the kill on Gazlo. No, he's been kited around. He's been kited around in the Tassadar damage. Yes, the kill was secured with the help of Tassadar. Penelope falling pretty low. Mal'Ganis wants to chase here. 30 armor from the safeguard. Penelope goes back in with the shade. Secures double kill here onto Imperius and the Mal'Ganis. And it's a triple with Astraeus chasing onto the Tassadar. And with all of them dead, with that core already on 23%, with the medevac available, this is the time. Get in the helicopter, fly over there and do the damage. Azmodan's alive. Ana is alive. There is no nano boost available though, so it's all going to be on... No! Has he dunked too soon? No, he hasn't. Perfectly timed there from Norak. Sorry to doubt them. Now they start chasing in. Wants to laser onto Vala, but isn't being allowed. Being kited here by Morales and Vala, who haven't done as much to that core as I think they were hoping to do. And they choose not to suicide for the core, but instead to safely run away. Samu and Sergeant Hater continuing their camp play, and they will secure another camp. Sergeant Hater 2/3 stacked on the Clockwork Steamfist. Azmodan 7/8 stacked on his baseline quest, 360 out of 400. Has Which will be first to stack? That's what the question should have been. The contest should have been. Who will be first to stack? Azmodan or Gazza? It looks like Azmodan right now. In comes the VP. Samu wants to get some value here, but the Nano has been administered onto Asmo. Can he do some work? Dunk doesn't hit onto anyone. Samu is so mobile, so hard to hit with that dunk. Just laser him to death. And he has eventually been auto-attacked to death. Norak starting to get some serious damage out here. Wants to try to find Transparent though. Does have the medevac available, could use that to potentially survive, but has to avoid the Mal'Ganis swipes in the time. Twilight Archon News might be able to catch onto somebody here. Durance of Hate catches onto Ana. Can Penelope finish the job? In comes the damage from Penelope. You have to use the shade to escape here. That's maybe not what she wanted. Can she get into the helicopter? Yes, she can. And it's another great medevac here from Transparent Morales to save another 3 lives. 29 kills to 25 as we enter the 21st minute of this Staff versus Patreon game on Silver City. Mix in with the Twilight Archon, throws out the wall, zones Sergeant Hater back, but I'm just trying to outrange him just now. Valor. Oh, Valor could not dodge that volley from Tassadar and the Azmodan to follow up, and it's the minions to secure the kill. In fact, Azmodan, though, getting jumped by the Zeratul. The grab bomb hits onto Mal'Ganis with Endurance to follow. Good night, Mal'Ganis. You're not surviving this one. Or maybe I spoke too soon. No, I didn't. Mal'Ganis does go down. So it's 4v4 right now. The problem is with the tank down, Zeratul starts to become a real threat. Starts looking for Ana. Nano boost administered onto Azmodan. Hits the dunk onto Samu. Well predicted there from Norak. Can he get the laser onto Samu? That's the real pressure. Yes, it is. 400 HP to Samu. But it doesn't matter because 4 members of the Patreons have died. Samu gets skewered by Beamfish's Imperious, who wants to put pressure here onto Mal'Ganis and to Penelope. But the idea really is actually not to get any kills, but to buy some time. But it probably did not buy enough time. Mal'Ganis alive in 6 seconds. Medevac flies in, lands here, will have to protect it for the first 2 seconds. Sergeant Hater starting to set up, puts down the turrets, puts down the bomb to clear the wave. And I think this is going to be all she wrote. Mal'Ganis goes in, has the sleep available. Lovely roots from Penelope, says no, you're not getting involved. Mal'Ganis throws out his ultimate. That'll keep him alive for sure, but it won't stop them killing the core. Transparent falls pretty low. Doesn't quite get finished off. And Tassadar trying to just hold Penelope off the damage, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be 1 game in favour of the Staff. Well played to the Staff in what was a thrillingly close little Silver City game. Nicely played there from both teams. I mean, I have to say, it looked to me like the Patreons were in charge of that game for a lot of it. But the Staff really pulled it out of the bag. Obviously, Samu's Zeratul at level 20 was so impactful in just making Ana and Azmodan panic for their lives. And that was that's tough to deal with, especially if Mal'Ganis is occupied with other things. So great Zeratul play there from Samu. And once again, a reminder that if you want to support Heroes Lounge, you can do so on Patreon, and you can find all the info about that in the links below the stream, which I will now find out what the address is anyway, so I can tell you. But you can click the Patreon button basically. I don't know what the address is, but you just click the big Patreon button below the stream. And you can find out how you can support us there and get access to exclusive rewards, as well as the warm, fuzzy feeling of supporting us. I don't know why it says best of 3 on screen, because it's not really best of 3. It's not really best of anything. It's a best of the best. That's what it is. A quick look at the stats there, and you can see that. Mephisto, played by Penelope there, 150,000 damage. Absolutely huge. And you can't look at the talents because that's not how the game works. So, we will see if we can get another game on the go. We'll probably only cast 1 more. I think the games might be going on for a little while longer, but will probably only be 1 more casted here on the channel. However, don't forget that we have the Heroes Lounge Rare Cup coming on this channel on the 25th of July, followed by the Epic Cup on the 26th of July, I think. If I've got those dates wrong, I'm sure somebody will tell me. I'll tell you what, I'll look it up now. telling you now. Yes, I was right. There you go. The correct dates. For a change. 1-0 up to the staff so far. And again, a really close game. I think I was surprised that neither Gazlowe nor Azmodan stacked more, given the circumstances, but I think Azmodan was under constant pressure from Zeratul, and Gazlowe couldn't really set up against the volley of damage that was coming out. So, I wonder where we are going next. By the way, if you like ARAM, you like watching ARAM or playing it, the Heroes Lounge off-season tournament is, I think sign-ups are open for that right now. And you can check out more information about it on the heroeslounge.gg website. But it's an ARAM tournament, and much fun is usually had in those off-season tournaments. It's a bit less competitive than the main season tournaments, but it's good fun, and teams do take it seriously once they get to the playoffs, let me tell you. We're going to go to Volskaya Foundry Sandbox for game number 3, so we might see some peculiarities, let's say. Transparent there, showing some appreciation for his own medic play. That's what we like to see, the confidence. To be fair, the use of Medevac was actually top draw. And I think it was actually hugely impactful. So I have no idea what's going to happen here on this sandboxed Volskaya game. But I guess we'll find out presently. Just waiting for everyone to get ready. And by the way, after this, there should be still some Epic Cup group stage action going on over Poppin Fresh's channel. It might be finished by the time we finish. I don't actually know, because it depends on how quickly this goes. But Jaina the Frost Mage versus the Stops, and you can check out the video. If not, this is 400% damage. This is going to be, and no assassins, randoms. Don't really know what that means, but 400% damage should be interesting. So let's see how they play that. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it should be. It's a sandbox mode, and on Volskaya, so they're going to turn up the damage to 400%. Oh, I see. They're doing auto select, but with the assassin role disabled, so there will be no assassins, but there will be random heroes. But it's not like all random or made where you get a choice of 3 heroes. It's going to be literally everyone gets a random non-assassin hero. Should be very interesting. Should be very interesting indeed, and with 400% damage, I'm sure all sorts of mayhem will happen. Who's not readied up yet? Sergeant Hater. Oh, it is with assassins. I've been lied to. Well, it's going to be random heroes, including assassins, apparently, which you will see presently. Everyone's got auto-select. And we will find out how that works out. So a lot will come down to just the luck of the draft in a sense. It's the same team, Staff versus Patreons. Staff are going to be on the left. And the first game having been a mix, I suppose, then if Staff win this, then they're 2-0 up. Excuse me. The Patreons have a chance to equalise. Sorry. We're going to go in, and there is the Assassins included. And I tell you, this draft is very interesting. We've got Astraeus on Arthas, Samu plays on Kel'Thuzad, Transparent on D.Va, Penelope on Kerrigan, and Sergeant Hater on the white lane. And they are the Staff players. And in the red corner we have the Patreons. Again with a tank, you know, with I would say what I call a well-rounded draft here of Joanna, Deckard Cain, Leeming, played by Mixin, Diffam on Butcher, and Larian on Leoric. And that is, you know, that's a fairly well-rounded draft. And I think once Butcher gets stacked, that's going to be very fearsome indeed. Damage is 400%, right? So that's why. Am I supposed to set this? No, I have no idea what's going on. No, it looks like they've already got damage on. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how to hide this thing, so you're going to see that all game. Let's ask some teams. I've got no idea what's going on as the Kel'Thuzad chain comes out. The fact that Astraeus... Wow, Joanna died fast. I think the damage is probably set already. Why do I have control of it? Who knows? Anyway, so far it's 3 kills for 2 in favour of Staff. I don't know how to hide this thing. How do I hide this? Maybe... That was not the option. Anyway. We'll find that out another time. So, back to the game at hand. 3 kills for 2 in favour of the Staff, and so nothing too eventful happening so far. As of Butcher does get a kill up there onto the white main, and that's going to stack his meat a little bit more. Okay, there's lots of kills happening around, as you can tell. That's one of the side effects of having 400% damage. When you step up, put a bit of damage onto Arthas. He's going to do more to them though. Butcher basically 3 shots to Kerrigan, and is now up to 78 meat. And bear in mind, you know, how much damage he did before before he stacked. You know, think about how much he's going to do once he has that 200 meat up and running. Has the block talent at level 1. And the Unrelenting Pursuit at level 4. Bang! Goes onto Arthas. Bang! The CC. Bang! Doesn't quite secure the kill onto Astraeus. 90 HP. Nice escape from Astraeus there. To dodge the Leeming Orb. So, 6 kills to 3 in favour of the Patreons, who are starting to look a little bit more confident. Samu gets basically taken down immediately by Beanfish's Joanna. One thing we're seeing is in this kind of hyper damage game mode that CC is hugely impactful because people can die in the duration of a Joanna condemned CC, you know, or something like that, and you can not really outrun damage. It's all about how much CC you can do. I'm surprised Penelope didn't just try to kill Joanna there, for example, while she was CC'd. Lyric gets picked off though. Butcher charges in, wants to kill Arthas yet again. Bang! Arthas dies. But you're currently running at 124 meat, and so far it's looking very confident for the Patreons. Yes, they did lose Leoric a couple of times, but with D.Va dying as well in mysterious circumstances, now Kerrigan jumps in, tries to kill Joanna, may just one-shot Joanna without even waiting, but in comes the Butcher, bang! And that's not a good trade for the Staff, because of course Butcher's stacking that meat. 165 already, 4 minutes in. Diffam's doing very healthily on those stacks. Robot running up to 26%. Lyric goes down, tries to get a bit of soak. And Kel'Thuzad gets picked off at the top. 12 kills to 5 so far. 173 meat for Butcher. D.Va comes in, has the mech available. Problem is D.Va mech doesn't really do any damage. And bang! D.Va's been absolutely destroyed by Butcher there. And with that, Butcher is now stacked. Now they're going to really have some fun. Every level 10 comes in at once for the Patreons. The staff are absolutely getting massacred here. I think they just need to land the Kel'Thuzad combo on anybody, and that person should be dead because you know they can just kill them. You know, as long as the CC's there, they can get the kills. Diff'em flanking. I'm surprised he didn't go Furnace Blast because I still think Furnace Blast could probably one-shot a team in this 400% damage mode. But Lamb, of course, like we said, the CC is so important. In comes the Lornado onto the D.Va. Lovely cleanse comes out, but it doesn't matter because Butcher's starting to clean up. He's already got 3 of them. And the Lamb doesn't even matter because everyone's already dead on the side of the staff. It's 16 kills to 6. This is turning into a real bloodbath now in favour of the Patreons as Diff'em starts to rotate top with that robot. Can he get some pressure on the top as well? Kel'Thuzad steps up, wants to get some stacks. He's only on 9 so far. Transfeeding report, says Sergeant Hater. Plus. Replies transparent. Plus. Diff'em wants to flank again. Wants to just kill Samu in 2 strokes. 2 juicy strokes. Finds the charge. Is Samu dead? 2, 3, bang. Good night, Kel'Thuzad. Good night. Lyric puts pressure onto the fort as well. Going to chop that down pretty easily with the 400% bonus damage. Falling sword in. The aggression from Beanfish now. If she gets raked. No, the Iron Skin absolutely huge. And 1 Li-Ming Orb is enough to kill 2 of them. The Butcher charge can't quite finish the job because the gate was in the way. Penelope's going to sit back there, but it's 2 kills already. And it's now a 3-level lead for the Patreons. This is an absolute disaster for the staff. The Patreon's going to push on. Going to go for this keep immediately. Here at minute 6, but Samu's stuck in the entomb. Penelope comes in, tries to zone, but takes a Li-Ming Orb to the face and is basically dead immediately. In comes the Butcher charge into the keep, decides to cancel it, but Joanna's just going all the way. Chin comes out to get a stack for Kel'Thuzad, but it's not going to be enough. Samu's dead as well. Level 13s are coming in soon as well, when level 10s aren't even there yet for staff. They're so far behind, 3 levels down now in the experience, and it's all from that 21 kills. D.Va trying to get the turret, gets away with it. Sneaky play from Transparent, secures himself a turret. I don't think the turrets do bonus damage though. We'll find out in just a few seconds, I suppose, when he finally deploys those. Now, they've got to take a 10 versus 13 fight. What could possibly go wrong? In comes the rake from Kerrigan, kills Joanna. That's nice. The bomb is available. The roots! The roots! The roots were on fire and they secure the kill onto Deckard Cain. Charge comes up from Diff'em's. 2 shots to the mech. Bang! 1 shot to the D.Va herself. And the turret couldn't be used because it was the duration of 2 auto attacks that secured that kill on D.Va. I want to go to 20 for the falling sword damage, says Rosie in the chat. I don't think this game is going to 20 somehow. Maybe it's going to 20 for the Patreons, I suppose. Possibly. I don't think so, though. Given that they could probably go core right now, and I don't think there's much that can be done to stop them. They're instead going to try and soak a bit, get themselves another talent lead, and just go hunting for Butcher meat. Currently he's running at 330 at minute 8. And goes in for the charge onto D.Va. 2 hits. Mech goes down. Not the pilot though, but the mech does drop a little bit of meat. The Deckard triangle is... Wow. That's cruel, Mixin. That's just cruel. Kel'Thuzad is not having an easy game here. In comes the orb. Bang. Astraeus dead before the Butcher charge can land. Lovely rake from Kerrigan. Can it be turned onto Butcher? No. Kerrigan disappeared. And the lamb was not even needed. This is potentially game right now at 8 minutes and 30. Joanna steps up. 1 shot to the waves with the condemn. Diff'em thinking about going core, given he does have 370 meat and no opponents and 400% bonus damage. Just hit the core! As the hand comes out from the core onto Joanna. Diff'em says, no, I'm going to farm you for meat. Chain comes out from Kel'Thuzad. Does not hit onto Butcher. So Samu coming at 14 stacks. But Whitemane does get picked. Joanna gets chained though. Huge. And now the bomb comes out from D.Va. Gonna zone Bish out of that keep. And this is massive. This is 2 kills turnaround. Now the bomb one-shots Leoric with a Syndra Coaster there to slow him to stop him from getting away. So it's 3 kills to 3. That's a massive XP comeback. And Transparent goes in with that mech. Li Ming's gonna one-shot it for sure. He does have the turret available. Uses it immediately to secure the kill onto Deckard. And the turret did do bonus damage. So that secures the kill onto Deckard, and this is the beginning of the turnaround. The staff want this. They want to get the 2-0 here. They don't want to give it up too easily. And beautiful bit of kills there. Li Ming tries to one-shot Whitemane. Easy money. Nixon steps back, but gets 2 shots by Arthas in her turn. Has she gone glass cannon? She's gone glass cannon orb because, of course, 400% bonus damage. 1 orb will kill someone. If at max range, so that's pretty brutal. But she charges in. Oh, the mech to dodge. Nice play from Transparent. He doesn't have the Lamb though. The Lamb on Kerrigan. Good night, Kerrigan. You're not going to survive the Lamb there. The D.Va mech is taking a lot of damage as well. There's a bit of damage reduction with the triangle, but it's not going to be enough for now. Does get Transparent out though on 90 HP as the Falling Sword comes in. Secures the kill on Sammy. Transparent can't get away. Yes, he can. Yes, he can, because the route from Arthas is so impactful, but the Entomb is there. Transparent doesn't have the mech for a few more seconds. One swipe from Leoric is enough to finish the job on the D.Va. And that's going to be another kill. Now, with 3 dead, can they finally go core, or are they waiting for a robot that will do not very much more damage than their heroes? Butcher can one-shot the Arthas here. Bang, Arthur's down. Butcher's so hungry here. He wants even more meat. He's on 420. And he's thinking about going core. Decides to one-shot the camp. That's always fun. Getting that camp rolling in the top lane as well. Sergeant Hater still alive on the Whitemane. Charge comes in. Can Sergeant Hater make it in? No. Bang. 2 hits. But Kerrigan can punish the Butcher for that. And that's a good trade for the blue team because, of course, they had such an XP deficit. That kind of trade is advantageous to them. The bomb has been thrown in. Can they hold them in there? Can Beanfish get out before this bomb goes off? He wants to tank it. He can't tank it even with the Iron Skin. Boom. Headshot, and that's going to be the end of Joanna. Of course, Kel'Thuzad died in the meantime. Nixon tries to flank, but there's the Entomb trying to Transparent survive. It's not the time to be defending yourself. It's the time to just shoot the Leoric. Just shoot him. You can kill him in 3 shots. You're a D.Va. But they've gone. He's baited Transparent, baited to Arthas arrive, and that's going to be a full 5-man team wipe in favor of the staff. Which kills you with 1 basic attack. Penelope says. Even with overkill. He does, in fairness, now have 420 meat. Let's see when he respawns what his basic attack damage is, as D.Va Pilot steps up and takes a tower for the blue team. Butcher's here. Could easily one-shot D.Va here. The basic attack damage is 610 for Butcher. Times by 4, that's 2,440. That surely is going to absolutely ruin most of the blue team. But the healing item has been picked up. That'll be useful when everyone gets one-shotted. But the problem that the blue team, the staff have right now, is the XP deficit and the level 20 problem. Butcher has Slaughterhouse available. If he finds 2 or 3 members in the Lamb, it's GG immediately. Charges in, doesn't care about anything else. There's the Lamb. No, it's not. It has been now. Bang. Surely. No, but D.Va stood her ground and dodged the Entomb. Huge plays here from D.Va on the mech. But that, in the meantime, the robot has been picked up by the blue team, but there's no one who can go into it. The mech is available. Does have a bomb. Going to use it to zone members out. But I don't think there's anywhere left for Transparent to run. The conveyor belt. Look at the dash. This D.Va pilot player, I should say. And the mech comes back out. Transparent's still alive here. Has the damage reduction, but that's not going to save him for long enough. Dodges the orb with a nice little Q. Transparent holding this game together for the staff. The D.Va doing so much work right now. Let's take a look at those damage numbers. You'll see D.Va's on 45k compare that to Butcher, who's on 55k and been one-shotting people most of the game. Transparent nearly got out, but not quite. And that means it's 5 dead. Surely this is going to be GG. It's 15 seconds till Kerrigan's alive. Beanfish straight on that core, and with 400% damage, they can just cut this core down so quickly. Bang! The orb took half the health of the core off. Nick's in there. Going to help secure the game. It's going to go over in favour of the Patreons. GG. Well played. But they haven't secured it just yet, but the Catters are not waiting for kills. But the icing on the cake was that little Kerrigan kill at the end.
Red team is the victor.
Phenomenal play from the Patreons there as they secure themselves a victory to bring it up to 1-1. If you're thinking it was a best of 3 because that's what it said on the screen, you're wrong. We don't know what it is. It's just they play till they get bored is what they're going to do. However, sadly, this cast has to come to a close. And that's going to be all we have for tonight. However, if you've enjoyed some of this and you want to support what Heroes Lounge does, you can check out our Patreon in one of the buttons down below. And you can get access to some juicy rewards, including playing in hugely chaotic staff versus Patreon matches, as you've just witnessed. Also, you get more inside information about what's kind of going on inside the Heroes Lounge organization. And more importantly, it helps keep Heroes Lounge running. So, on that bombshell, it's going to be time for me to end the show. It's been a delight to cast this Staff versus Patreon event, and I have to say we've seen some some unusual things for sure. And it's been a chaotic series of games that I'm sure, I hope at least, all of you have enjoyed. But from me for now, it's going to be all. So good night. Don't forget that in less than 2 weeks, on 25th and 26th of July, we have the Heroes Lounge playoffs on this channel, where we will decide the winners of the Rare Cup on the Saturday and then the Epic Cup on the Sunday. But for tonight, that's all from me. Good night.